Hello everyone, welcome back, and today we can react to Dumb Dogger again. If you like his content, make sure to subscribe to him, and let's get started.
Hello again, bug-sized friend! Have you ever wondered what it's like to fight the deadliest spiders in the world? Let's find out. Challenger 1. Black Widows. Despite their size at a cute 1.5 inches, the Black Widow is one of the deadliest spiders in the world. Drop a drop, its venom is more potent than most rattlesnakes. But in a fight, you do have one advantage. Widows have really poor eyesight. So
One thing that I learned, or it could not be, it might not be true, that spiders have bad eyesight and they can't see as well. So they see us as tall, scary figures, which could be a reason for why they will attack. Not because they want to, but because the way we look to them, we look very scary. Let's carry on. He might be cooked.
best bet is to sneak attack it. But first you'll have to navigate its messy maze of tangle webs, and some strands are laced with sticky glue droplets. Just grazing against one.
Wait, I thought every single web it loaded with like a sticky substance from the silk, but the spider it's like built to the spider is just built to not be able to get stuck. But let's carry on.
It's a death sentence.
Yeah, he
But
might be
what
cooked.
looks like a random mess of silk to us is actually an intricate network. And disturbing a strand in this network sends vibrations back down to where the widow rests, alerting her to your presence.
Now that's actually
it's kind of
smart.
like those laser tripwire rooms you see in spy movies. You could try cutting yourself out, but widow silk is tougher than Kevlar. And more wriggling
Guys, this is what we should do. If you want, this is what we do. The armies should probably just wear spider silk. If it's tougher than Kevlar, I think that's what it's called. Just wear spider silk. Now that's
you
no
get
joke.
more tangled, which creates even more vibrations. And as soon as she senses you, she bolts towards you. She
There's
bites
no
using
time.
her fangs, injecting venom straight into your veins, and it paralyzes you instantly. Most spiders feed in a similar way, first squirting digestive enzymes to liquefy your internal tissues, and then slurping up that sweet, sweet nutrient soup, leaving behind a shriveled husk, just like how she cannibalized her husband.
Sometimes I sometimes forget that spiders. So I think maybe just about Black Widow, they eat their husband. And same thing with there's not instant that does this, but I could have forgotten. Maybe the mantis. But again, only one main individual, so let's carry on.
Thankfully, Black Widow bites are rarely fatal for most non-bug-sized humans, but you might end up with symptoms like muscle pain and cramps. Some other spiders on this list aren't so nice, though. Into the collection you go. Challenger 2.
Sorry for the advert.
Trapdoor spiders.
Nope.
Trapdoor spiders are devious hunters that can span up to 3 inches long. And as their name suggests, they create trapdoors using silk, soil, and leaves. And they're so well constructed that they camouflage perfectly with the ground. The trapdoors are rigged with silk tripwire, so as soon as you bump into one, the spider bursts out, grabs you, and pulls you inside in a blink. It's adapted to be super efficient at this, with strong spiny front legs to grapple prey and powerful fangs for piercing and crushing. And in case you try to resist, some trapdoor species...
Why did I thought his fangs were his eyes and he had like a big ginormous eyes? Let's carry on.
even have armored carapaces for additional defense. In
Zero
my
damage.
opinion, it's a high-risk, high-reward hunting strategy.
You're
though.
level 1.
Like, what if a predator triggers the tripwire instead? There's another species called the ravine trapdoor spider, and it kinda looks like the devs forgot to hit extrude on its butt. But the flat butt actually makes a tough shield.
Oreo.
Kinda looks like an Oreo.
Yay.
So in the off chance that you manage to dodge the spider's first attack, it can retreat and plug its burrow with its shield butt.
One
Before
spider.
we fight the 7 other unique spiders on this
That's
list,
one
let's
of the
go through some
spiders
spider lore first.
that probably scared me, in my opinion.
What makes a spider a spider? Is it the 8 legs? Well, this dude has 8 legs. Oh, the good spider. Well, not you. If you want to be a spider, you need to have 2 body segments, 8
It's good spider. After 2 seconds, proceeds to throw it out of the universe.
legs, silk-spinning butt factories called spinnerets, and venomous chelicerae, a fancy word for fang bits. A spider's life cycle has 3 main stages.
Yeah.
First is the egg stage. Female spiders lay hundreds of eggs in silk sacs. Some species stick them to their webs and guard them till they hatch, while others, like wolf spiders,
Sorry for the pause, but let's carry on.
their butts. Second, we have the spiderling stage. The eggs typically hatch in a few weeks, and the spiderlings that pop out are usually a mini replica of their adult versions. For most species, the spiderlings are left to fend for themselves, but the wolf spider is a rare case and carries them all on her back. As a spiderling, all you need to do is find food and survive, but your hundreds of brothers and sisters all need food too.
One thing to do, if you see a wolf spider, first of all, don't spray bug spray. You'll release hundreds and thousands of spiders in your own house. Don't try to kill it. You'll release hundreds and thousands of spiders in your house. What I'll probably do is just do the simple cup method. You'll just get a paper and a cup, place it over, and then bang. Just take it outside. Once it goes outside, just make sure it doesn't come back. And before we continue, do you know that the bug spray won't affect the babies because they're too small to be hit by it as they enter cracks into your own house? In their own house.
Right now, you're looking like a yummy snack. To escape from cannibalism, the spiderlings run away, if they can, or some use a special ability called ballooning, where they release silk threads into the air and peace out on a silk parachute. I'm free!
Do you rather?
On a silk parachute. I'm free! Another big part of this
3 to
stage
2
is molting.
seconds.
Because spiders have an exoskeleton, in order to grow, they need to constantly shed their skin to provide themselves with more room to get bigger. Can we appreciate how difficult it would be to pull all 8 of your legs out of your exoskeleton? Like, I can't even get out of my 2-legged pants without... After roughly 5 to 10 molts, depending on the species, the spiderling finally moves on to the adult stage. Now the spider is at its full size, and this is usually when their colorful markings are most prominent. If you're a male spider, for most species, it's pretty much a wrap for you at this point. You're at risk because you have to wander out of your nest to find a mate. Or if you do manage to find a mate, she'll probably eat you. Or even if none of these things happen to you, you'll probably just drop dead right after anyway. Because
That's for no
biology.
reason.
If you're a female spider,
Most spiders dies because they exist.
you can have a much more fulfilling adult life. You're often way bigger and scarier, and you usually live much longer too,
Wow.
producing multiple egg sacs over your lifetime. And then the process repeats. Aw, you itching to get back into it, little guy? No, I'm not. Challenger 3. Ogre-faced netcasters. The ogre-faced netcaster is a spider that gets its name from its big eyes and tiny head. It spans about 3 inches
Do I
long,
see this?
and their huge eyes give them really good
I'm
night
gonna
vision.
burn it.
Even better than
I'm
an
burning
owl.
it.
There is a catch, though. They They can't control the amount of light exposure into their eyes. Humans have irises for this purpose, but the eyes of Ogre-faced over here are just one giant pupil. So every morning they get burnt to a crisp, and then the spider regrows its light-sensitive cells again by nighttime. This happens every day, by the way, so your best bet is to defeat them during the day, when they're completely blind. That is, if you can find them. They're excellent camouflages, with their bodies resembling bark and dried leaves.
Okay, from this angle, you'll be like, okay, that's easy to see. But like this, the angle on where the he bee is, it's difficult to see. Like you feel maybe like a scratch or just scratch off a tree. But at the same time, here's the plan. You want to fight if you're going to fight as a bug-sized person. If you can't fight at daytime, fight at nighttime. Use a phone light. If it's sensitive to lights, it means that it will hurt its eyes a lot. I'll just maybe stun it. But let's carry on.
Too late. It's nighttime now. And Ogre-faced here has come out to hunt. He first weaves a rectangular web of silk, and then stretches it to 3 times its size between its forelimbs like a net. Then, of course, it takes a dump on the ground. And then they wait motionless above. This leads to some of the coolest looking spider photos I have ever seen. Like, look at him!
Okay,
and look at his little Squidward face.
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man. Be a target or something
Sorry.
stinky to lure prey. As soon as you sniff that delicious poo and get close, it strikes.
Sorry for the pauses all the time, but one thing that I really want to know is why does most insects like the smell or taste of poo? Like, I know I know dumb beetles use it to protect themselves, and owls use it as owls who aren't insects, but they use this as an advantage because they'll take poo from anywhere and it'll bring it near their nest. So dog beetles would try to take it, and so you get like a free snack without doing anything. But let's carry on. 8 minutes left of the video. Make sure you like and subscribe to see more of my content. And you want me to react to more dumb doggo? Tell me.
Down and dropping its web net, ensnaring you immediately. It wraps you up a bit more just to make sure you're nice and comfy, and then it digs in.
Aww. A spider that...
Challenger 4.
Okay, despite... I'm going to now see if I can beat these spiders. The Black Widow, I'm probably going to die either way. And this is as bug size, so I'm dead. For the second spider, trapdoor one, if I don't know what the strings are for, again, I'm cooked. I'm just gonna get killed. The third one, the Ogre-faced, I think that was the first one I could probably beat. Think about it. Just get a phone light or a flashlight, any type of powerful light source. Use it. Try to blind it, and just instantly kill it. This one I think I'll probably be as well. But maybe let's carry on.
Diving bell spiders. The diving bell spider is quite tiny, spanning only 0.8 inches, and it's the only known spider to basically live its whole life underwater. It can freely move in water for short periods using air trapped on small hydrophobic hairs on its body. But to stay underwater for longer, it builds something called a diving bell. It first can freely move in water for short periods using air trapped on small hydrophobic hairs on its body. But to stay underwater for longer, it builds something called a diving bell. It first creates a waterproof web sack, and then inflates it using air trapped on its body. This usually takes the spider several trips up to the surface to accomplish, but once it's fully inflated, it serves as the spider's new base of operations. And it usually only leaves to rebuild the air bubble or to hunt. Its diet consists of aquatic
But one
bugs,
thing that we
tiny
kind of
crustaceans,
one
and
thing I don't really
sometimes even
realize
small fish.
is that
And it hunts by detecting the vibrations of prey in
fishmen.
the water.
Sorry, but the one thing people don't.
But it can't
Okay,
really
sorry.
eat you in
One
the
thing
water
I
because the
don't really
digestive
realize
enzymes it squirts out would just get diluted. So instead,
is
it drags
that
you back to its little spider
like insects might be very small, but like the amount of IQ they have is good. Like think about it, ants can work together to ants will work together to get across the rivers to get across to the enemies, and wasps will attack in swarms. Like there are some insects that are very smart. This spider's probably one of them.
bubble where it can chow you down in peace.
Are you looking for friends too?
Challenger 5. Giant Antarctic sea spiders. The giant Antarctic sea spider lives underwater along the coasts of Antarctica, and they can grow up to 30 inches long. That's like the size of a small dog. I don't know how I feel about this anymore. It's not exactly known why they get so big, but there's a couple of theories. One is that Antarctic water is very oxygen rich, and the extra availability helps them grow better. Also, bigger bodies can store more energy in food-scarce environments and can also deal with the crushing pressure of the ocean better. But despite having spider in their name, they're not spiders. They belong to a group called pycnogonids, which is kinda like a distant cousin to spiders. So, close enough for me. They're so weird though. They have no lungs or gills, and instead breathe through their super long legs. Plus their body is so small that they don't have enough space to store everything in there. So they keep some vital organs in their legs too. Not really sure what you can do about this guy. Maybe you could crawl into its leg and block its breathing pipes or something. But it's got a bunch more of them though. These sea spiders feed super slowly using their long tubular proboscis to pierce soft-bodied prey like you. They then squirt digestive enzymes and suck up that nutrient soup. Isn't that great? Even though it's so big, it still eats like all its other little spider friends. You know, when I found out these guys could get dog-sized, I was curious about something. So I asked you in this community post. If you had to pick a dog-sized spider as a pet, what would it be and why? And here's what you chose. Nope.
Can I eat it?
I would have a black widow. Then I would train it to hide over the houses of my enemies. It'll sneak up from above and quickly wrap them in silk, then drag them somewhere to never be found again. I really like the amount of detail that went into this plan. Any spider, plus flamethrower. Wait, that's not what I meant! Diving bell spider. I could take Spooter on fishing trips and could also sleep over in Spooter's underwater nest and watch whatever's going on in the lake above me. Like sleeping under the stars. Huntsman spider. They're cutie patooties. An orb weaver, because it can make me a nice warm blanket every day. That sounds so cozy. She could even make off, wrap you up nice and tight.
And
I
still
would
cozy.
finally be able to eat spider legs. I think it would be nice and crunchy if you shaved and deep fry it. I've heard spiders taste like chicken. Can I ride it like a horse? Yes. Can I climb up walls with it? Yes. Is it big enough to ride into battle? Yes. Jumping spider. It's kind of cute, especially when wearing
That
its
is
water
something
hat.
that I might
There
also
it is.
choose. Think about it. I can
Back to
just
the video.
ride there and it's just gonna
6.
hop. We're talking
Wandering
jump.
spiders.
For a
This
long
spider is one that you definitely don't want to pick a fight with.
That's a spider
Unluckily
from
for you,
hell.
the Brazilian wandering spider is considered the most venomous spider in the world. Even for non-bug-sized humans, a tiny dose of venom the weight of a grain of salt can be fatal if not treated in time. And wandering spiders can get huge.
Now you see why I said that.
Like 7 inches huge. Okay, you can get off now. I'm uncomfortable. They're mostly found in the rainforests of South America, but there have been sightings of them in urban areas too. When threatened, they rear up into a threat pose as a warning and charge at you to try and scare you away, even jumping up to 1.5 feet. That means a spider could be like here and then I'm uncomfortable. Also, as scary as the threat pose is supposed to be, it kinda looks like he's just asking for a hug. Aw, do you want a hug, little spider?
So it keeps attacking him.
Challenge 7. Spitting spiders. The spitting spider spans up to an inch long, and they have the ability to shoot webs. The webs shoot through holes in their fangs, and they wiggle their chelicerae back and forth to create a zigzag pattern. This increases...
If this was what Spider-Man was basically inspired from, I'm not surprised.
...the surface area of the spray, making it harder to dodge. The silk also only gets sticky when it comes in contact with the air. If this didn't happen, then the spider would be choking on its own web spit. But because they're slow and have bad eyesight, spitting spiders usually hunt at night, when prey is less active. They sneak up on you while you sleep, and gently prod you to gauge distance. Then the spider suddenly squeezes its body like a sauce bottle, securing you as its next meal. Too bad none of you picked the spitting spider as a pet. You could have gotten a free squeezy bottle web shooter.
And sorry for the advert.
Challenge 8. Bolas spiders. The Bolas spider is a tiny orb-weaving spider, spanning under an inch long, and they have one of the most unique hunting strategies, specializing in hunting moths. No. First, they spit out this gooey, webby snot ball, and lower it down on the end of a silk line, kinda like a fisherman. The shiny goo blob smells like a female moth to your moth brain, so you're entranced, and you fly towards it expecting to find your new wife. But instead, the spider smacks you in the face with sticky spider spit and catches you on its line. Then all the Bolas spider needs to do is reel you into a venom-filled bite.
Yeah, they're poisonous.
Challenge 9.
But
Purseweb spiders.
first of all, if you don't even see the spider, why would you go near it? If you see anything like this, I don't know what's behind it, I am not going there. I'll stay on the other side, thank you.
Purseweb spiders are dark, chunky, and have super long fangs that are way too big in relation to their bodies. They're often mistaken for tarantulas, although they only grow up to 2 inches long. But you'll get to meet these guys soon. Purseweb spiders build a unique web in the shape of a tube, usually up against a tree so that it's camouflaged. The spider chills in the tube for its whole life, usually never ever coming out. When a bug-sized brain like yours sees the tube, it gets curious. Are there cookies at the top? Cookie. Before you notice your mistake, there was a cookie. The spider lunges to your position from the inside of the tube, and using its ginormous fangs, it pierces through the silk wall and straight into your guts. You're probably dead already, but you'll get a dose of venom as well, just to be sure. And then carefully, the spider cuts a small opening in the tube and pulls your corpse inside, sealing it again before it begins feeding.
Well, that will be it for today, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. And also, credit to Dom Doggo. I hope you're not mad at me for reacting to your videos.